Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Hey, I want to say thank you for all new subscribers. Hey, listen, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the fact that you come in here. There's so many people on YouTube that you could watch, but you decide to come in here and watch it with me. So when I wake up, every morning, I check my I check the views. I see that a lot of you guys are watching, and I appreciate I appreciate the love. Um, for those of you who've been subscribing to my channel, I appreciate it. And for you guys who haven't subscribed yet, I appreciate you. I just have to work harder to gain to gain your like. So hey, but I hope that you subscribe, you like, and view the video so we could grow it together. All right, I appreciate that. Anyway, we have a few things to discuss, man. We have as a Jets fan, so of course, again, this is sports talk. So we talk about all sports, right? Everything from hockey, basketball, football, baseball, and everything, right? So as a Yankee fan, you're gonna get a lot of Yankee stuff on here. As a Jet fan, you're gonna get a lot of Jet stuff on here, right? As a well, basketball. See, my team's are Orlando Magic, so they're okay. I was surprised the other day. They were able to beat the Celtics, which was great, blowout. But you know, I, there's not much for me to talk about yet. Again, you know, you said Beccaro doing a great job. So but anyway, I don't want to jinx them yet. So they're a young team growing. So but you're gonna get a lot of that. Again, I think I talk about LeBron. I think LeBron James is the greatest of all time. So of course you're gonna get a lot of that. So hey, I hope that you come in here and just talk. Let's talk sports. All right. Anyway, man, with the Jets, let's talk about the Jets first. Let me get that out of the way. Again, it's I see that the interviews. I see that they're interviewing so many guys who's never called play before, and you look at Nathaniel Hackett. Um, I don't think I personally. I, now there's a lot of guys who are great coordinators, right? But they're not good head coaches. You look at Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan's a good is he's a good defensive coordinator, but as head coach, he's that's not him. Todd Bowles, a good defensive coordinator. As head coach, that's not it. He's not it. And it pains me, man. It pains me to see a lot of guys get opportunities to be head coach. Like you got an opportunity. You got McDaniel, all this stuff. He's a good offensive coordinator, but as head coach, terrible. And those guys get opportunity to come in the league and to do something. When they get in the league as an offensive coordinator, they're great. Defensive coordinator, they're great, but then they run away from what got them the job. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Hackett, he was terrible. Him at Green Bay, he was pretty much just a friend to Aaron Rodgers. So because Aaron Rodgers and him, they connect, and that's the only reason that. So he wasn't calling plays, really. He wasn't doing anything. And you saw going in Denver, what was he doing in Denver? The play calling. Yes, you could say Russell Wilson was not the same player, of course. Which I'm hoping that for his legacy, for his sake, he could do something with that. Maybe Pete Carroll knew something all along. Was he a system guy? What was it? So, so there's a lot of guys out there. I see the Jets going after. They talking to to different the Dolphins guy. They talking to the Eagles. So I don't know. personally, you need someone with experience, but then you give these guys a chance, but you need somebody with experience to actually look over these guys. You know what I mean? So look at Sirianni. A lot of people didn't think that he deserved the head coach job, right? But granted, you have Jalen Hurts, so he came in. He's doing a good job. With the Eagles. But again, anybody with Jalen Hurts as their quarterback gonna be successful. So that's a big thing. So I'm happy. I want to see the Jets actually get someone. But then if you get a Nathaniel Hackett as an offensive coordinator, then why did you let go of Mike LaFleur? Then you know what I mean. So you gotta make changes. So every team making changes. You see New England, Bill Belichick have a lot of work to do right now because he have a lot to prove. This was a bad season. This was a bad season. Especially for again, Belichick is a great coach. One of the greatest coaches of all time, right? But for this year, they suck. He made he made a lot of mistakes. Again, Detroit Lions said, "Well, we don't want that coach. Got rid of the coach. You take Matt Patricia to do what? To run your. Come on, man. That was terrible. So they had to, he had to sit down. I know Robert Kraft is pissed off with him, but they invested a lot. They've done a lot together, so he's not gonna fire him. Belichick would have to say, I don't want to be here anymore or whatever for him to even have that thought, because before Belichick, New England was nothing. They were nothing. Okay, so they were a laughing stock of the league. So Belichick leaving the Jets, on a napkin. That was crazy, man. On a napkin to tell the Jets that he didn't want the job. So leaving the Jets to go to New England, and they built something together. So Robert Kraft still remember that, because he gave him all the championships. So he's not gonna. Belichick made New England relevant. So I don't see him running away from that. But anyway, so I know there's a lot of things that he's gonna do to help build that team, because the AFC's loaded. Before you have to go to New England to see anything, but not anymore. The AFC loaded, and you see Buffalo. Buffalo, to me, let me just say this, man. I wanted Josh Allen, right? But the Buffalo Bills, man, they're just a regular season team. They're no different than the Dallas Cowboys. They look great on a regular season, but when it comes time for crunch time, playoffs, they disappear. So those guys are, they're nervous. So there's a lot. There's a lot to take. There's a lot to be able to, but the AFC itself is, the AFC is loaded. You have a lot on the AFC. You know what I mean? The NFC, I think Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback he's the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That's hands down. But in the NFC, he dominates. So yeah, so like I said, it's it's a lot. So yeah, I believe that again. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but he's dominating the NFC. Who's better in the NFC than Jalen Hurts? You know what I mean? But the AFC is loaded. They're loaded. So for a team like the Jets, they actually, there's a lot of quarterback out there. They're talking about Aaron Rodgers. Now, as a Jet fan, right? As a Jet fan, would I be happy with Aaron Rodgers? Yes, I'll take him, but then you got to look at it. The cap space is a lot, man. It's a lot. I would prefer Derek Carr, but I know that Lamar Jackson is a pipe dream, so that's not going to happen. I don't see Baltimore getting rid of trading for Lamar Jackson. They have to make a decision. You know what I mean? You have to make a decision, to say, you know what, this is you have to be able to make a decision to do that. So they can't just they can't do that. So I don't see them even getting rid of Lamar Jackson, because the fact that he is his own agent, so it's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings. It's a conversation you got to have with him. So if you had if he had an agent, of course you would tell the agent, well, you don't think he's worth this, you don't think he's worth that, but he's representing himself. So you have to be able to sit down with Lamar Jackson to have that conversation. So I don't see how that would go. So the Ravens have to make a decision. Either you're gonna pay him and say, okay, all right, this is your quarterback. But if the conversation started where, oh well, you've been hurt 2 years, straight. If if they won 3 games without him, they won 3 games without him in 2 years. So that right there, tell you the value of Lamar Jackson. That's number one. And number two, if people are talking about the injury, yes, he's been hurt 2 years straight. You have to look at the Baltimore Ravens, right? Again, they won 3 games without Lamar Jackson in 2 years. In 2 years, 3 games. So when they won 3 games without him, right? In 2 years. But people are talking about the injuries. The injuries, who do they have on their team? The guy he doesn't have a number one, number two. He doesn't have, come on. You have to give him a weapon. That's number one. And number two, you're asking him to do so much because you don't have anybody. So he's the whole team. And especially this year, before they got hurt, before you got hurt, they were number one in their division. And if you would have paid Lamar Jackson, they won the division. Not only would they won the division, right now, you have the Bengals. You have the Bengals. They're a pretty good team right now. They're a pretty good team. Well, I'm not saying right now. For the past 2-3 years, they're doing their stuff. So that division is crazy. That division is crazy. It's a solid division. So without Lamar Jackson, Baltimore will be the 4th team. They'll be the 4th team in that division, because Pittsburgh, they're climbing. That rookie Pickett, he's pretty good, and Mike Tomlin always gonna put you in a position to win. So that division is stout, man. They're pretty good. So that's gonna be tough. So again, as a fan, I would love it to bring Lamar Jackson, but yes, you get 2 first-round picks. Because personally, I think that if it's a choice between Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean? You go for Lamar Jackson. He's younger. Aaron Rodgers is again gunslinger. Yes, having the receivers. Yes, he's gonna put you in a position to win. You get 2 first-round picks, $40 million. It's a lot. It's a lot because can he handle New York? He's been in Green Bay all along, standoffish. There's a lot of negative thing about him. So he's another Brett Favre. In the small market like Green Bay, of course, it's family owned. So it's different. But when you come to New York, the bright light things are different. Just like you look at a lot of guys on different teams in basketball. A lot of guys are great when they play in a small market. But they go to the Lakers, they look like trash. So with Aaron Rodgers, you invest all that kind of money in Aaron. Number one, you gotta pay Quentin Williams. You gotta pay him. So you invest all this money in Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. again, I know Woody. I know Woody gonna just he's a billionaire, so he's gonna pay that money. So I'll I'll take it, but I would prefer Lamar Jackson if it's a choice. If it's a choice, and then but the cheaper option is Derek Carr. February 15th, you'll be able to get him. So there's a lot of team bidding for him. Would you give a number one pick for him, knowing that they had to cut him? Because if February 15th, they had to pay him that 40 bill. So I think that I could see the Raiders, driving up the price, finding a way to, there's gonna be a lot of teams trying to get him. So, but as a Jet, I would offer a number two pick. Yeah, number 2 or number 3 pick for Derek Carr. I wouldn't give a number one pick for him. But again, you want to you want to win. Is Miami gonna jump to try to get something done? You know what I mean? So you gotta look at all of that. Is Miami, because I know they're gonna move from Tua, and Tua did everything he could, but he's overrated to me. So you gotta look at that. So that division, if the Jets able to get, with that defense, all the Jets need is a competent quarterback. That's all they need is a competent quarterback. You have a competent quarterback, you win 11 to 12 games. So now you're looking at it in your division. You actually stepping it up. You're ahead of the curve if you have a competent quarterback. But they didn't have that. Is Mike White the answer? No. You could keep Mike White. Again, would you be comfortable having him as a backup? Maybe. I will go for that. You know what I mean? I will go for that. But to spend, you gotta be careful how you spend the money. But I know Woody Johnson gonna spend a lot of money because he's tired. When you talk to Woody's very tired of what's going on. And he wants to deliver a championship for a lot of fans. A lot of fans I talk to, they're like, oh, Woody don't want to win. No, the guy want to win. He wants to win. He wants to please the fan. He want to make sure the fan have he's trying to put a good product. Before, Woody Johnson wasn't, but this is a guy that I'm letting you know. Woody Johnson, he read all your tweets. He may not respond, right? But he read every tweet, every post, everything you put out there. He read it, so he see everything about the Jets. He doesn't. He may not respond to you, but he reads it. He know what's going on. You see Woody on the street. You talk to him, the guy will stop. No matter if you have a meeting, what's going on, he will stop to talk to you, to have a conversation. That's why I respect the guy. Unlike other owners, they're different. But this guy is actually, he care about the team, he care about the fans, and he wants to put he wants to put a product out there for the fans. And he realized the only thing all the Jets need is a competent quarterback. Mike White is not the answer. Mike White is not the answer. He had an opportunity, but the Jets have to go out there, number one, build an offensive line. Draft, go out there, get an offensive line. And then that's that. Then, again, you get a quarterback, but who's going to be the offensive coordinator? There's a lot of guys out there, and let's see what happens. A lot of names, but Hackett is not it. Hackett is not it. You could try to talk to Hackett, hoping that you could get Aaron Rodgers, because him and Aaron Rodgers, they're friends. Aaron Rodgers is not coming here. People are talking about Tom Brady. What has he done, man? Brady's finished, man. He's trash. Brady should have retired. You came out of retirement to do what? Get out of there, man. Anyway, man, who you think is going to the Super Bowl? And who you think is going to win? Now, in the AFC, Patrick Mahomes, if he's healthy, because if he's healthy, then that's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting to see. I want to see the AFC Championship with the Bengals. Joe Burrow is he's hungry. He looks hungry. So I want to see what's going to happen. But we'll see. But again, if Patrick Mahomes is healthy, right? If he's healthy, the Chiefs will win they will win the AFC. That's it. This is it. And go to the Super Bowl. They will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Now, we look at 49ers and the Eagles. It's tough. It's tough. Both teams are good, but the rookie's pretty good. And I feel the rookie Brock is pretty good. But I feel bad for there's a lot of people who's already saying, well, he's going to take Trey Lance out of a job. That's a good problem to have. If you San Francisco, that's a great problem to have. You know what I mean? That's a great problem to have. You remember they had Kaepernick and they had Smith, so it was a decision. Just like the Chargers. Chargers had the similar situation, but it's Brock is a decent quarterback. He's a competent quarterback, but as a rookie, one thing is team the NFL figured thing out, so they will eventually figure him out. This is again, as a third string quarterback, he came in. Yes, he's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to. But once people have enough film on him to watch, is he gonna be that guy? Before Trey Lance got hurt, he was actually, he was looking good. So, the odd man out of this is Jimmy G. You know what I mean? He's more expensive, and he's just a game manager. Brock and Trey give the 49ers an opportunity to do all the exotic stuff because both of them are mobile. Jimmy G is, they gonna tell him, man, goodbye. So, and I don't want to see a team like the Jets get him because it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? He's no different than Dak Prescott. Those guys are regular seasons. Regular season, that's it. You know what I mean? But since I'm talking about Dak Prescott, man, you can't pay $40 million. You talk as if you're the best quarterback in the NFL, and to come in lay an egg, Dallas Cowboy, man. I feel bad. I feel bad for the fans because I have a lot of friends of mine who are Cowboys fans. So I feel bad for them, man. Because it's man, because they had that team was man. That team, Dak Prescott was excited to beat Tom Brady. They beat up on the Bucs. The guy put up 5 touchdowns, and I was like, it was very, very impressive, very impressive. And I called my friend Dave. I was like, I called my friend Dave. I called my friend Clarence. I was talking to them because they're Cowboys fans. I said, hey man, your team looked good because he came in, he was lights out. The guy was poised, but Todd Bowles, sometimes he's overreach, and there's a lot of mistakes, and a lot of holes. So of course, Dallas was able to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? So, a lot of guys don't understand what whether the zone scheme, whatever it is you're doing. A lot of coordinators tend to defensive coordinators. They oversimplify things. They create all these exotic stuff, and they don't know what they're doing with the ship and the movement. So because football is simple, right? Like the same way when Aaron Rodgers said, we need to simplify things. When they asked him, Green Bay, they were losing, he said, we got to simplify things. What he's saying is, that was a shot at the coaching, the entire coaching staff. Because You creating all these exotic stuff. All you doing is cover two's cover two, and I love it. I miss watching Tony Dungy. Right, Tony Dungy was a great coach. I miss watching Tony Dungy running that cover two, that temper two. I mean, well, you call it the temper two, but I'm saying watching that cover two front, man, it was a thing of beauty. So you have multiple, multiple matchup. You have Rex Ryan running the 4-6. That was the defense that his father made famous. You know what I mean? So even the 4-6, yes, there are times that he'll show you a 4-2, but it was actually a 4-6 front. Well, he would show a 4-2 front, but it's 4-6 defense. So and that was great. I love to see that. You know what I mean? Personally, as a player or even a fan, I don't really like too much of the 3-4 defense. You know what I mean? You need good nose tackles to actually run the 3-4 defense. And I do see a lot of coaches. They disguising it a little bit, because it used to be a bend not break, but now I see they're attacking a little bit. So it's a lot different. Most teams use the 3-4, but they run in a 4-3 scheme. But anyway, what I'm saying is, keep it simple. See ball, get ball. You know what I mean? Hey, you got this guy, you got that guy. Very simple. But when you run in a 4-3 defense, and this is your 4-3, but you disguising, you adding so much stuff to it, you confusing the player themselves, and that's why you see they don't know where to line up, where to be, and that's something that team have to change. You know what I mean? The only team I see that run the 3-4 defense, really well, New England, because Belichick is he's a mastermind, so he know what he's doing. He cheat a lot too, but still, they know what he's doing. So that's that. But so simplify the stuff. So Dallas losing that game was just too much, man, and because they could have beat the 49ers, and I don't see why they didn't come out of the game as a winner. Because you dominate possession. There's a lot of things that they could have done. Open receivers, they were not in sync, and I blame that on the coaching staff and Dak Prescott. As a top, come on, I'm paying you $40 million. You got to to do what? To just make the playoff and exit? That was a waste of time. I know they're not gonna move on from him. Right? They're not gonna move on from him because, like, okay, why move on from him? He's the best chance for them to win. But I don't see the coach last before season next year. If they lose 3 games back to back, he's out, and it's a shame. So, we'll see. But my picks for the AFC champion to go to the Super Bowl, my picks is Kansas City Chiefs. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. If Andy Reid able to get another ring, that put him. I'm not gonna say he'll be the greatest coach of all time, but that put him on the Tom Landry, all those guys. That put him on that plateau, on that platform. But Patrick Mahomes won another championship. Wow, you know what I mean? Like, for him to come in like that, I'm not gonna say. There's a lot of people who have Tom Brady as the best quarterback, right? Before leaving New England, yes, he was going to going to the Bucks and then winning that championship. Yes, but he should have retired. I think that he's hurting his legacy the longer he stays, because this season he looked trash. He looked like trash. He played like trash. Looked like trash. So that's that. But I could see Patrick Mahomes surpassing him. I could see that. Jalen Hurts, man, can you imagine they won a Super Bowl Oh man, that would change. So AFC, I have the Chiefs, going to the Super Bowl. The NFC, you know, Jalen Hurts, man, you can't go against him. I see the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. So the AFC, you have the Chiefs, and the NFC, you have the Eagles. Who won in the Super Bowl? Man, that's tough. That's tough. But hey, again, I picked the playoffs. Every team I picked on the wild card, they won. Every team I picked for the next, so every team I picked, won so far. So here it is. Here it is. The Chiefs will beat the Bengals. That's number one. The Eagles will beat the 49ers. Number two, you're gonna have the Chiefs and the Eagles Super Bowl. And tune in for next time. We'll talk about my Super Bowl picks. I already, you know where I'm going, but let's wait for the next video. Hey, let's talk about Ed Reed real quick, man. I feel bad. I feel bad. You watch, the people talk about Deion Sanders leaving HBCUs, right? I don't know if I mean, I didn't go to HBCUs. I didn't. I always wanted to. I always wanted to, but I know it was too expensive and stuff like that. But you talk about HBCUs. Especially, you look at the SWAC commissioner. Again, I said it on my last video, man. I don't know what you guys are doing. The SWAC commission, I don't know the HBCU's commissioners, man. I don't know what you guys are doing. How is it that you got all the schools, right? You got all the other schools, the non-HBCUs. It's not just the donors. Yes, the people are donating, but you have all the other schools. They have nice facilities, nice everything. But the HBCUs, the tuition is very expensive. Number one, very super expensive. Like the fills are terrible. Like, what's going on? Like, you got in, come on, man. You got, you're getting all these deals, all the stuff you're getting, but the money's not going to where it needs to go. You guys gotta stop with buying the yacht. Stop buying the Maseratis or those Lamborghinis, all the stuff. Stop with all these expensive watches, all the stuff. Like, we have to have someone do an investigation in all the HBCUs, man. Because where's the money going? Where's the money going? So it's rough, but I feel bad for Ed Reed. Ed Reed's a good guy. Had an opportunity, and exposing the school. You have to expose the school, man, because like, what's going on? Exposing the school, they fire him because he exposed the school. He's putting stuff out there because you guys collecting trash. You guys are just not investing in the kids. You gotta do better, man. You gotta do better. Sometimes there's a lot of kids who wanna go to these universities, you wanna go to these colleges, and wanna give an opportunity because like, okay, but when they go there, it's disappointment. I know how it is, to be disappointed. You pick a school thinking all the promises they made you, things are gonna be better, but it's not. But Ed Reed, I know you'll be able to get another job. Look at Deion Sanders. Deion have a great opportunity in Colorado, man. Great opportunity, state of the art stadium, They give him, I don't know how much budget they're giving him, but they're giving him everything. And he's out there, like, you can't tell me, like, I know Nick Saban, all these guys are upset at Deion Sanders because he's out recruiting them. Because the guy's a former player. The best corner, not just corner. Deion Sanders could have played wide receiver, safety, whatever he wanted. But the guy was the best corner in the history of the NBA. I mean, NFL. You know, the guy played in the World Series and multiple Super Bowls. Like baseball, to play baseball, you got to be good. And that guy, and he was damn good. So he did that. So he's out there recruiting the players, but he's telling them the truth. If like having a former player come to your house, right? A guy who was the best at what he was, and watching your sons, you know, like my son playing, having Deion Sanders come to my house, hey, it's a no-brainer. Of course, we're gonna commit to the school. So he's already, like Colorado was, they were in the bottom, but so far with Deion Sanders, you know, man, they're already winning. They're already winning. They didn't play a game yet, but they're already winning because of this. You know, so far they give him, you know, hey, do what you got to do. Let's go, and he's doing it. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for to see what what he put in the pot. Yeah, like, well, I already see the recruits, all the stuff. People who's committed to Colorado because of Deion Sanders anyway. But Ed Reed, you know, you will get another job. You will get another job, and you know, you're doing it for the kids. You'll be all right. All right. Anyway, man, you know, I'm excited for some football. I'm excited, you know, college basketball, college football, all that stuff. You know, but anyway, just you know, just like the video, subscribe, and support. You know, I hope that you know we could do this more. All right, I hope we could do this more. So you know, let's go. All right, have a good day, guys.